Hey guys, what is going on? It's Dardan here, and since last week Wednesday, Vorago has gotten a new rotation, as most of you know, which is the Purple Bomb, or known as the End, which is probably one of the last rotations or updates to Vorago. I hope they're gonna update the drop table anytime soon as well, and hopefully do something about Phase 2, which is really boring. Then I think Vorago is pretty much a really epic group content. But other than that, the End is the probably the last final rotation for Vorago. And it's actually quite an easy rotation, and I thought I'll make a guide for those who haven't been there yet and they want to like learn it first or know a bit more about it, how to do it before they go with a team. So the number one thing is you do need a shield for this rotation to make it easier. So be sure to, if you're using a staff, you can use a Noxious staff, but be sure to bring a shield switch as well. But best will be used to use Seismic main hand and Seismic Orb, or Singularity I mean, and bring a shield along as well. Like with any other rotation that changes weekly, phase 1 and 2 pretty much stays the same. The only part that changes is phase 3, 4 and 5 in hard mode as well. But I'll not cover hard mode in this video. So always at the end, in every rotation as well, doesn't matter what rotation, always be sure to have 100% adrenaline at the end of phase 2. And once you start phase 3, be sure to stall adrenaline as well with your shield or freedom or anticipate. Be sure to always keep that 100% adrenaline. Alright, so when you start P3, be sure to stand near the middle where Vorago spawns, because he will take a quarter of the room with his arms, and you can see that the way he's facing to that direction, like if he's example facing northeast with his head, then he's gonna take that quarter. So you want to stand in that quarter. If you don't stand within that quarter, then he will pretty much block you off with his arms and you will take rapid damage. So what you need to do then is go to the closest by orb that he's gonna turn clockwise next to. So then you have 3 orbs within the arms that he can get to, and it can be random. The first one can either be a blue or a red. It's pretty much random. So depending on the team size, you can shoot bombs. So if it's a blue orb the first time, it shoots, the player that clicks it shoots a blue bomb for you and goes after you. And there are like 3 or 4 with a 6 or 5 man team, I believe. And if you don't shoot the bombs, then they will all shoot in the end. Same goes for the red bomb. However, in order to stop all of this, once you reach the purple bomb, one person ticks or activates the purple bomb at like right before he stops with the putting his arms down on the ground. He clicks the purple bomb, and then you will get a huge wave of bombs, starting out with the first blue bomb. As soon as you see the waves of balls coming, you pretty much click on barricade, have 100% adrenaline, click on barricade, and that's how you pretty much block all the damage, and you don't have to even click the orbs within the arms that he puts every time. So be sure to always have 100% adrenaline once his arms reach the purple bomb. And once you see the timer go off as well, like at like 5-6 seconds, be sure to barricade, or when you see the purple or the blue bombs incoming. Other than barricading at the purple bomb, your main goal is to get this phase down as quick as possible. So also when you start a phase, be sure to use Ring Vigor and use Metamorphosis at the beginning when you can attack him. So you deal a lot of damage. And so with this 5, we were doing this with 5-man team. It took us 2 rotations to get it, so that's pretty good. Right, so once you're down at phase 4, the beginning is pretty much the same. You go after behind a waterfall, and then a minion gets spawned depending on the team size. And then now this is the part where it changes. There is no more voking and no more bleedings on phase 4. Instead, you have the same rotation as earlier with the purple bomb and with the hands or the arms, and pretty much you do exactly the same. You don't really need to do a lot of DPS for this phase because you have got multiple attempts at getting more damage done. But so you don't need to metamorphosis and do DPS. But you do again the 100% adrenaline install at the purple bomb. Pretty much the same rotation. You repeat that, and be sure to barricade on the right time. If you barricade too early, then you miss the last few bombs, especially the red bomb. And be sure also not to stay near each other, because the purple bomb as well, if you don't barricade, it hits targets in a 2 squares feet. Now some small information before going into phase 5. The purple bomb, as you see, has a small box with a timer in it. The timer is different for each person in the team, because they don't detonate at the exact same time, the purple bombs. This is because you always have a detonation between 4 or 5 seconds difference. So this is really good for phase 5, which will come in a second. And also, like I said earlier, be sure to not stand within 2 square radius of each other, otherwise the whole team gets hit or the other person gets hit. Alright, so going into the last phase, phase 5, you get turned into a Vitalis right at the beginning, and then you have the timer. Now, you always want to DD the DPSers, they stand in the same place or same spot as the rest, which is south. And here's where you have to pay really close attention to your timer, because everybody except maybe one person, like I think one person doesn't get a timer out of the team, he's safe. But if you get a timer, be sure to look at it really good, and once it hits 5 seconds left or 4 seconds left, you pretty much run north of the team where they're standing, and you get the bomb detonation there, because otherwise if you detonate within the team, then everybody gets hit, the 2k hit, and then Vorago does a lot of damage to the whole team, and then he pushes you back like a lot of steps. So that's why you always gotta run at 5 seconds or 4 seconds left, go north, stand there for like until the detonation hits you, and then run back as soon as possible. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed.